Good morning, everyone. In our previous lecture, we have revised some of the topics which you have listed, right? And one more program from the experiment that is related to map that was only remain. So now we are going to finish that thing, right? Um, as you already know, in STL, all the data structures and the classes, they are available, right? Already coded. You just need to use built-in functions, right? And you can easily access those things, just like your array, vector, stack, queue, priority queue, linked list, everything is available. So in that, one more thing is there, which is a set and map. Set is generally used for the trees and all, right? And map that is the associative container. Means it would be having a pair, right? And it contain non-duplicate data. Means no duplications will be there, which is our basic requirement maybe in any unique data, right? So that what we are going to see today. All the contents, figures, everything is taken from Iwala Guru Sami reference book as well as studytonight.com and gigs4gigs.com. I hope I'm audible to you guys, right? Okay. Fine. So what we have seen is up to this iterator, right? This is what we have seen. Now, map, because one program in our experiment that is related to map. So maps are associative container that will store the elements in a mapped fashion. Each element has a key value and a mapped value, but no two mapped values can have a same key value. This is the main thing. You know, in the terms of DBMS, what is primary key? What it is? In terms of DBMS, what is primary key? What do you mean by it? Yes? Anyone? Yes. Unique values and not null. Yes, correct one, right? So we are having a unique values. So this is what we can implement. As you have seen in our phone book example even or in your mini project even, right? You would be having duplicate values also, right? So if I wish to update or modify or delete any of the content, right? So at that time you would be having more than one values with the same name, maybe with the same phone number, maybe you can enter, right? So at that time we can say that this is not actually the existing, I mean, what the desired one, right? We don't want any duplicate values. So that target we can achieve, that goal we can achieve via this map. So no two mapped values can have the same key value. Over here also some of the functions you already know, right? Except one function, pair insert. Begin, that you know, end you know, size, max size, empty is there or not, erase, any iterator position you can give and it will remove the element from that particular position, right? Removes the key value, you can even give the key value that will be removed from the map, and clear, it will remove all the elements. But now this one, pair insert, this is our main thing, I mean main function, right? Here you can give the key value as well as what is the map value. So add a new element to the map. So it will, I mean, behave like your index. Generally, whenever you are making one document, at that time you are always giving serial numbers, right? So actually what it is, you can via that serial numbers that won't repeat, right? After one it would be two. It is not like that for the one you would be having so many values, right? So 1 2 3 4 and so on. So that index value you are having some content even at the front page, right? Whenever there would be any of the book, you will check directly with the index. So what index is this? You are directly checking that your interested topic is on which page number, right? So that is for that, right? So I hope you are understanding what is the use of this map. So we'll directly see the programs, right? Only one slide for the theory. You can see three different programs for the map that what I've collected. In all the threes, I mean, we have used some different methods. Okay. Here I'm using map and iterator both, right? So I'll be having map as well as I'll be having iterator. Now in integer mean, what I'm doing is I'm using my map just like your array, just like your vector, stack, queue. I'm writing map. Then I'm saying that both my keys, whatever the key and the element, they both are the integer one. So I'm giving integer, integer. Fine. Then one variable of map, that what I'm creating. And over there I'm giving some predefined values, right? That I need to insert these values. I mean 1 and 2. So that is 1, that is your key, mapped value, that is 2. Another 2 and 3, then 3 and 4, and so on, right? So I am passing 3 pairs, total 6 value, but 3 pairs, right? Now again I need to insert. So this is what you are just giving some of the initialized value to your map, right? Just like your integer a of something is equals to, you are giving some predefined values like 5, 10, 15, and so on, right? This is what you are giving predefined values. Then you can even insert more values like I mean a of 4 is equals to, say suppose 50. So you can give like this, no, if your size is 10, say suppose, right? So this is how you are giving the values into array, yes or no? Right? So the same way, first you are initializing your values like this, means I'm showing you the different ways. You can give the values like this. Okay. Now in future, if you wish to add more values, more elements, key and the value. So at that time you can use this m, that is the variable of your map, m dot insert. Insert is a function. Now what you need to insert? You need to insert the value 4 and 5, but in pair, right? In pair. So you have to mention this pair, again integer, integer, because you want to pass that this both are the integer variables, and then you are giving 4 and 5. So it will insert a new entry of key is equals to 4 and value is equals to 5. First is key, second is value in map. Now you can even use make pair. That will also use for creating a pair only. So another function introduced, that is m dot insert. Over here you can write like this pair. Instead of that, you can even use make underscore pair, and you are inserting 5 and 6. So it will again insert a new entry of key is equals to 5, value is equals to 6. Getting the things till now? Yes or no? Getting the things? Fine. Okay. Now the next, because I want to use it via iterator, say suppose, or I want to insert something via iterator, or I want to display the things via iterator. So for that, what I'm doing is iterator will be there on your container, just like your integer a, then you are creating integer pointer p, and p is equals to m% a. This is what you are doing, right? Same way your iterator is on your container, and right now your container is map. So map integer scope resolution operator, iterator is there with the name I. Another iterator, map integer iterator j. So your I is right now where? I is equals to m dot begin, right? I is not is equals to m dot end, and plus I, or you can do I plus plus, right? So this is what I'm doing, because for iterator I'm always using the functions begin and end, if you remember, right? Not front and back, begin and end. Fine. Now what you are doing is you are saying that I2 first and I2 second. This is how you are accessing the members, right? So first member, if I need to access from the pair, means key, and second member will always refer the value. So I just want to show you that I2 first and I2 second, right? So it will show you what is your key and what is your value. It will print. Fine. Is it clear? Yes or no? Then what I'm doing is I can again create the new m, new variable for the map, right? First I have created m over here, right? I'm creating another one, I mean another object, you can say new m. And what different kind of things I can do with it, this is what just I'm showing you, right? So this is what this iterator inj we are using over here also, right? Here what I'm doing is I is equals to, means there's a iterator. I is getting the value that m dot find 2. So always if you are giving one value, means the first value is your key. Okay. So on the second key, whatsoever the value will be there, that will be with I. Right. And then m dot find 5. So whatsoever is the value with the key 5, that will be there in J. And now what I'm doing is new dot, that new m dot insert ing. Whatever I'm finding from this 2 and 5 from the m, that I'm inserting into new m, right? So it will simply insert all the entries which are pointed by the iterator ing, it will be inserted. Right now I'm giving only one value. You can even insert more values. You can copy from one to another. This is how what you can do. Okay. And I'm simply showing you that I to second and J to second. Okay. I2 second means wherever it is pointing, iterator is pointing right now on the second key, and J iterator is pointing right now to the fifth key. So once you will see the output, then and only then you will get to know. So I'll explain this thing again. Okay. Before that, we'll run this program. So you will be having more idea. First, what we have inserted, that you will check. First key, key number 2, key number 3, key number 4, and key number 5, and associated value like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is what you have inserted. Okay. Just wait for a while. It will take some time. Fine. So this is your key. This is value. Key, value, key, value. This is in pair. Okay. And now what you have done is, you can go scroll down. Yes. Over here, can you check this? What you are finding, m dot find 2. So m dot find 2. So at the second key, what is your value? 3. Okay. And then m dot find 5. fifth key, what is your value? 6. That you are inserting and that you are displaying, that I2 second and J2 second. Second means this one. It will show you the value. If you will write over here I2 first and I2 second, then it will show you 2 and 3 both and 5 and 6 both in the pair. First means key, second means value. I hope this is very clear to you guys. So here I'm only showing the second value on this particular key. So I'm getting value. Yes or no? Is this thing is clear to you guys? So I won't repeat this again. Otherwise, I'll simply repeat this. Okay, fine. Right? So that's what I'm doing. Right? Then you can even do this again, m dot insert make pair 3 and 6. So if you are having this 3 and 6, now see, already 3 and 4 is there. Already 3 and 4 is there, right? And now what you are doing is 3 and 6. What this means, it will not insert the pair as a map. M already contain the key value 3 because we don't want any duplicate, no? Right? So what it will do actually, it will assign the value 6 to your key value 3. So your previous value 4 will gone, right? But no any other entry will be there. So you won't be having two entries like 3 and 4 and 3 and 6, right? Two entries you will not be having, right? It will only change your value, second value only. Whenever you will try to insert it, it will update only, right? This is what happened. Clear this thing? Yes or no? So you can again simply paste this code, right, over here, and it will show you that what it would be having, right? Any doubt in this? We can try for it. I haven't tried this. So for that we have to update that thing, right, at the particular position. So right now I'm not doing the same thing. Right? I'm leaving it. Now I will check with the second program. Here also I have used iterator and map both, right? And right now we are having empty map container because I'm not giving anything, right? So simply map integer and m1. In our previous example, we were passing initialized value like this, right? Into this curly brackets. But here right now I'm not giving anything, simply m1. So I'm not having any elements into it, right? Then what we are doing is we are inserting elements into the random order anyway. So m1 dot insert via this pair. Again, you are specifying integer, then 1 and 40, then 2 and 30, 360, 550, and anything, right? So this is what this many pairs will be inserted, right? And now what we are doing is We are printing this. Okay, we are printing the map over here. So what we are doing for that, map integer scope resolution operator iterator itr. So my iterator is now on map. Okay, so via this itr I can access the values. Now the map is this key and element, these two things will be there, and for loop itr is equals to m1 dot begin. It will be there in a loop till it will reach to m1 dot end and plus plus itr. Now itr to first and itr to second, that will be printed. So first one will be your key and second one that will be your value, key and value, that will be printed. You can even use over here make underscore pair function, right? Okay. So key and element will be printed. Fine. Any doubt in this? So it won't insert anything, right? Say suppose we are giving this again, like 7, key would be 7 and the value become 100, right? So it won't insert this. It will not insert that value. If you want to modify that value, for that you have to use the function, right? At this position you want to change the value like this. That will do in the lab session, right? Fine. And now our tutorial program. Just a second. So here the last program, right? Almost I think all the batch have finished this, right? All the programs except this last one. What we are doing over here is a table that will gives a list of car models and the number of units sold in each type in a specified period, right? So say suppose we are considering that within a year how many models have been sold, right? So we are not specifying the time over here, right? Now write a program to store this table in a suitable container and to display interactively the total value of particular model sold given the unit cost of the model. Okay. So for that what we need to do is, here is your program, right? You can even choose vector to put a pair into a vector. So that also you can do, right? You can even choose the vector over here, right? But you are entering everything into the pair. So that is possible, right? So I have taken over here vector. In vector, I am taking a pair in first value that would be string and the second one, that would be the integer one, because the first one I want as my car model, right? So the car model would be a string, and how many units they've sold for this model. So for that, that would be the integer one, right? And for that, I'm creating one variable, that is n. Fine. Now I'll be having this string cn and integer un, because user will enter these values. No, I'm not taking directly as a static value, just like the values I was entering over here. Here I have taken static, that 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So this is what we need to insert. Here also we have taken the static one, but now we want to enter this value from the user, right? So user will enter those values. So for that we have taken the cn and un. So the first one is for a car model, and the second one is unit sold, right? Number of units sold. Right now what I'm doing is I am taking any three car models, right? And for that, how many units you have sold, that will be there. But here what I'll do is I'll enter into my vector. So for that I'll use which function? Pushback, because that is to insert the value into the vector. But what I am entering, what I am inserting, that is pair, no? So for that I have to use in bracket make pair function. So I am entering one map into another container vector, right? This is what I'm doing. So here, see out, enter the car model. So a very first model. So for that I have used I plus 1. So it will show you on the screen that enter car model 1. Then enter the units for that model 1, right? Then you will insert that cn and un, and now finally n is nothing but you have created the variable for the vector. So n dot push back, but push, what you need to push, that make pair cn and un. So this is your car model and this is the unit sold. So they are associated one. If you will see the car model, that would be the I-20. So it will enter for the I-20 only. Okay. Then if you will say for I-10 model, for I-10, how many units sold, that is associated with I-10 only, right? That many number of units that what you sold. Okay. Then what you are doing is n of I means a very first vector. You are accessing over here n of I dot first and n of I dot second. That will be printed on your screen. Now what you are doing is you have taken cost and the total cost. Now again we will be having a same loop, right? And they are asking for enter the cost of first model. Means if you are buying the I-20, what is the cost for that for a single unit? Then again they will ask for another model, second model, then the third model. So you are asking for a unit price and they will show you a total cost. So n of I dot second, that would be your value multiply by the cost. So total number of units, how many you have sold for the I-20, that will be multiplied with the unit cost and you will get your total final cost. This is what our program is all about. I hope you are getting the things first. Once we will run the program, it would be more clear to you guys, but I hope somehow it is clear so we can run the program. Right. Once we'll run the program, then and we'll explain this program again after that. Okay. First, they are asking me enter the car model 1. So I'm giving I-20 for the Hyundai, right? And enter the cost for the, enter the units which we have sold for the model 1. So say suppose in a year we have sold 3 car for the I-20, right? Then enter the car model 2. I'll give I-10. right? Or you can even choose any one car and different car models, different variant you can enter. So that is up to you, right? Whatever you are given. So I said that 5 units sold for the I-10. Then car model 3 Santro, only one sold, right? So they are simply showing me that I-20 3 sold, I-10 5, Centro 1. This is what they have sold, right? Now enter the cost of one model. So for the very first model, what we are doing is, what is the price for I-20 that we are showing? Okay. So here we will say 9 lakh, say suppose, right? So the total cost is what? 27, because you have sold how many? 3 cars, right? Same way enter the cost for 2, means I want to enter the unit price for I-10. So say suppose it is 7 lakh, right? So it will show you 35 because you sold 5, right? And the third model, say suppose 5 lakh. So the only one you have sold, so it will show you the 5. This is what you can do with the map. Is it clear? Should I again repeat the program after this? Should I repeat? Clear. Fine. If it is required, just let me know. I'll repeat the program again. Right? Okay. So for this total cost, what we did, that only I'm explaining, that N of I, right, dot second, because you already know that first would be your key. So this is your key, and this is what your value. So N of I dot second means whatsoever the units you have sold, that will be multiplied with the unit cost, that what you have just entered, that 9 lakh or 7 lakh or 5 lakh or whatever, right? That will be multiplied with the cost. So that will be your total cost, right? So I hope it is clear. Right? So please finish this. Here we have included vector because we are entering string data. So for that string also included, map is also included, right? Okay. So please write down this program, right? So we don't have to discuss the same thing and do lab, right? Please finish this. And we are having sufficient time. You can even ask for any doubt in this unit, right? So you can ask. Fine, it's done. So what we will do is, fine. So I hope you are getting the things that what I did is, if you wish to modify the value, right? That what I said, right? We are having sufficient time, so we are discussing. If you wish to modify any of the value, what you need to do is, first you have simply entered this many values, right? 1, 2, 3 key, 4 and 5. And for all you are having values 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Now what I'm doing is, I want to change, I'm not using this right now, J. I just want to change the value which is there on the second key, right? So I'll take one iterator, right, which is on map right now. Then I'll find that where is my key 2. Okay, so m dot find 2, which will point to the entry which is having a key 2, right? Now what I'm doing is, my iterator is right now on the second key, right now my iterator is. And now what I'm doing is, I'll simply do that. If I is not is equals to m dot end, and I have already found that is my key is on 2, I'll simply change I to second, means the value, right? That is equals to 50, because it was already there 3, value was 3. Now I'm changing it with 50, and then again I'll print the things that I2 first and I2 second is what, right? The same thing you can check over here, right? Then I'll do cout /n/n/n. Right? I'll again run this program. So this is what they are printing, right? It was your previous value that for key 1 value was 2. For key 2 your value was 3 and so on. Then what I did is I just need to change the value at my key 2. No any other duplicate values are allowed, right? So what I can do is I can simply do this 2 at there the value was 3 but now I need to change it with the 50. So the previous was this and now the new values are this. Is this clear how you can modify the value, because we are not having any modify function, right? But what we can do, we can find that value cost, right? M dot find. So my iterator will be there wherever I am finding the value for key is equals to 2. And over there only I'll simply change I to second means the value is equals to 50 or anything that what you wish to modify. Fine? Yes or no? So any doubt in
Ma'am,
this
what is the
now?
use of that if condition?
Means if we are not finding, I mean we have not reached to m dot n, right? At that time only I need to change it. Otherwise, what will happen, because I need to move my iterator somewhere, right? So I'm not reached to m dot end. At that time only I to second is equals to 50. Now say suppose we are not writing this condition, right? And we have first find out this 2 and at that time only I'm doing this. I to second is equals to 50. Now what will happen? Let's check. Then also it will work, right? But this is what I'm finding, because if say suppose this key is not there, then say suppose I'm giving over here 20, right? That m dot find and at the 20 my I is there, though I have not inserted 20 over here anywhere, right, as a key. And then we'll check, right? So it won't happen that thing, okay? Because my iterator is somewhere else on the 20th key which I have not inserted even, right? So it will not modify that thing, right? But everywhere, whenever in your program you will find, right, it would be something like this only. If we won't be having any error, I is not is equals to m dot n. At that time, you have to do this. Any other doubt? Anything else from your side in this whole unit? Right? Almost we have covered everything, right? Map was the last one, that also we have covered, right? And we have finished our all the tutorials, right? Anything is there from your side? So now only one thing is remain, which is your mini project submission, right? That I'll tell you when to submit it. Fine, 5 minutes more if anyone is having doubt. Please let me know. Waiting for your questions, huh? Okay, fine. Then you can please write down your numbers. And please list out your topics which you want to, for what you want the revision, right? So next time you will be having those topics and we will revise the things, right? You may leave the meet once you will write your number. You may leave the meet. Thank you.